Tesla grade magnetic acoustic design. How's life, guys? Let's take a look at the One More Open Earbuds S70. So the S70 from One More are hook style buds, and actually the moment I saw these, they reminded me of another pair, which is the Shokz Open Fit. And you can probably tell why, is because the ear hook itself is quite thin up here, the piece that actually goes around your ear. But what's also very similar in design is that little piece at the end of the ear hook. That's the piece which contains the battery life. Not the battery life, the battery. And speaking of battery life, these buds can last up to 12 hours on a single charge. And with the case, you can get a total of 40 hours. So it's packing quite a punch, guys. There is unfortunately no wireless charging, which is a shame because the younger brother, the One More S50, did actually have wireless charging and was one of the few, maybe the only one that had it. So not sure why One More took a step back here. So the way you charge it is with good old Type-C, which is at the back of the charging case. But we'll talk about the charging case in a little bit because that's also pretty interesting. And so guys, if you're new to open ear buds, basically how they work is they make you aware of your surroundings. So, you're not blocking your ears by putting anything into your ear holes or covering it by putting big ear cups around your ears. There are little speakers that are pointed towards your ear. And yeah, you basically hook it around your ear like this, and I can hear everything around me. I am safe, but I can also hear my tunes or a podcast or whatever. So these buds are available in this color, which is white, and they're also available in black. So the way you operate these buds is with touch controls. You got a double, triple, and a long press. So in the app, we can actually see what we can customize. So the left and right earbud is set to play pause, but if you tap it, you can actually change it to do something else. So, you can have track control instead of play pause, but we prefer to keep that on play pause, and the triple tap is set to volume control. So volume down is the left bud and the right bud is volume up, and you can swap that out for track control or wherever. One thing though to note is that the touch and hold is fixed to voice control, which is basically your onboard voice assistant. So if it's iPhone, you got Siri. If it's Android, it's Google Assistant, etc. So that's it in terms of touch controls. There is a specific part of the touch surface that you have to tap, otherwise you're gonna have a miss. And the charging case, like I said, is pretty interesting. It's got a exhibition window, which is something that we haven't seen on open earbuds until now. The case itself is, for the rest, not really branded. You do, because it's an exhibition window, see the One More logo on the buds inside. And when you open it up, there's a little LED light inside and a pairing button. What's interesting about the pairing button is generally that's a long press to put it into pairing mode. That's not the case with these buds. You have to actually triple press it to put it into pairing mode. Otherwise you reset the device and then put it into pairing mode, but then it forgets all the connections that it's had before. It is a little bit on the big side. It is bigger than, for example, the Shokz Open Fit, even though they're reasonably the same in terms of thickness. The Shokz Open Fit is definitely a smaller case footprint. Now, if we take a look at the younger brother, or the older brother actually, the One More S50 or the One More Fit, they are kind of the same, but I would say the S50 is slightly bigger. The buds themselves are IPX5 rated, so they'll be okay for sweat and rain, but don't get them in places where there's dust or sand. And these are meant for workouts, obviously, since you're aware of your surroundings, so they're very suitable for biking, running, just being outdoors, let's say, with these buds. So the comfort and stability of these buds are going to be very important. Now, we're going to say that these buds are comfortable, very comfortable actually. You do start to feel it a little bit on your ear in a little while, but they're not uncomfortable by any means. And in terms of fit, they are definitely a secure fit on the ear, as in they're not going anywhere. But the thing is, if you are doing a bouncing kind of activities, like you're out running with these buds, you're gonna feel them bounce a little bit on your ear as well. They don't really clamp onto your ear or really fit securely. So that is definitely something to keep in mind if you're into running. Now, if you're doing workouts like at the gym, weights, for example, or you're biking, these should be fine. And obviously this was our experience with our ears, and your ears may be different. Although the hook system is very flexible, there is no adjustment like you have on other earbuds like the Tozo Open Buds or the JBL Soundgear Sense. There are also no feet, and what we mean by that is what the One More S50 had, which is this little silicone rubber thingy which we did not get the point of. So we're much happier that they went for a simpler design on the S70. All right guys, a quick mic test with the One More S70 with cars passing by. Pop, pop, popsicle, ice, ice, icicle, test, test, testing. 1, 2, 3, pop, popsicle, ice, ice, icicle, test, test, testing. 1, 2, 3. There's not much of wind, but there are a lot of cars going by. So how do I sound? Anyway, in terms of Pokemon controls, you can answer hang up and you can change volume. There's unfortunately no mute straight from the device. And in terms of extra features, one thing to note, which we didn't know, is that these buds use the One More app and not the older One More Music app. So as you can see, this is the music, this is the One More. So this is the one you need to have, and then you can go into the app. We took a look at it for the controls customization, but let's take a look at what else you can do in the app if it connects. All right, we're in the app now, and so you get sound options, which is nothing but preset EQs. We'll talk about that in a little bit. If we back out of here, custom settings were the controls. We already took a look at that. You got some shortcuts, which is just gaming mode or a low latency connection. Quick guide to the product. There's settings here, smart burn-in, if you know what that is. There's a firmware upgrade, which we did upgrade when we got the buds. Yeah, One More Festival, not even gonna go there. There's product color, like I said, there were 2 colors, black and white. We kind of dig the black though. Unfortunately, we didn't get our hands on that one. And then there's ads, right? So when we install the app and the first time you open it, there's an ad there, which you can skip, but still there's an ad, which makes absolutely no sense. Turn that off. Luckily you can turn it off. And then you've got experimental features. Then there's dual device connection. So these buds can stay connected to 2 devices at the same time, but you can't see which devices are connected, but yeah, it works. Then backing out, that's kind of it, guys. Then you got FAQ, contact us, and about one more, yeah. Okay, boring stuff. This is it. You can see the battery life of the case and the buds here as well. All right, let's talk about the sound quality. These buds can get loud, but if you're listening to music in a crowded space with a lot of ambient noise, it's gonna be hard to follow your music, and especially podcasts. So that is a struggle that I found with these. But hey, if you're just working out in a quiet or reasonably quiet space, these should be okay. Okay, so they've got an excellent representation of the mids and timbre. The sound profile is definitely on the bassier side, and even bassier than the One More Fit. Although the treble can be a bit spiky, but overall they're less fatiguing than the One More Fit S. And what we found was that when you set it to the bass reducer preset E, that it actually did better. So overall guys, these buds are gonna be your pick if you're into rock and metal music. So at $109, should you be getting the One More S70? We've got to say that they're priced pretty well at $109. You're getting a lot. You're getting multi-point, you're getting a comfortable pair of open earbuds with a good sound profile for rock and metal music, getting solid battery life at 12 hours, and you've got an app where you can customize the controls. You've got volume controls straight on the buds. So you're getting a lot for your money. But if you guys are not feeling the slightly chunkier case, the IPX5 rating, which is, not rated as strongly for dust or not rated at all, and you want a more secure fit because you don't want those buds bouncing around for your bouncy workouts. So if you plan to run, then you want something that's more stable on your ears. Well, then we'd recommend taking a look at this video sponsor, Shokz. They make 2 wonderful pair of open ear hook style buds that are way more secure than the One More S70 are, and that's the Open Fit Air and the Open Fit. Links in the description down below, and if you want to know what the difference is between these 2, we'll link that video up here as well. Thanks guys for watching. Subscribe, like, do all of that stuff, and see you guys in the next video. Doei!